Hey chikas, it's Didi and welcome back to my channel. So on today's video I'm going to be giving you a list of things you need to know about your natural hair, so stay tuned. For starters, we all have different hair types, we all have different textures, we all have different density, we all have different porosity, we all have different components in our hair. So one thing you need to know is that what works for me will not work for you. So definitely you just need to sit down and research so much about your own hair. It's okay to try out a couple of products, but do not mix in so many products at once. So basically, do not be a product junkie, because that will only add a lot of product buildup in your hair. And actually, I think your hair is actually like your skin, because once you start using so many things on your skin reacts in a certain way. So that's the same with the hair. Do not go using so many products at once, because that will only cause damage to your hair. So one thing you need to do is find a regimen and stick to it. Just because I'm using this doesn't mean you need to use it, because I found out what works with my hair, and that's what my long-term goal would be, to grow healthy hair. And the only way I'd do that would be by sticking to a certain hair regimen and making sure that I follow through with it. I'm going to start by explaining the difference between porosity, density, and texture. So porosity would be the way your hair retains moisture. So there's low porosity and there's high porosity. For me, my hair has high porosity. That means it can absorb moisture really quickly, but then it also loses moisture really fast. So what would work for me would be the LOC method. That would be liquid, oil, and cream. So the liquid just be to moisturize my hair, and then the oil to moisturize my scalp and my roots, and then for the cream is just to seal in the moisture and make sure that it sticks in. And then I would do that probably once a week or twice a week, depending on how much moisture it would retain. For low porosity, that means that your hair has the capability to retain loads of moisture. So maybe the LOC method would work well for you, because you already can retain moisture. So maybe what would work for you would be LCO, just to switch it up and see what works for you. And then next up would be density. So density is actually the amount of thickness in your hair. Like some people have high density, some people have medium density, some people have low density. And for me, my density is high because I have thick hair. That means I need to use loads of product to be able to retain a lot of moisture in my hair, or rather to achieve perfect retention. And then lastly, you're going to need to understand the kind of strand size that you have in your hair. It's all about really understanding the type of manipulation that your hair will need and the strength and weakness of your hair. So for me, my strand size is obviously coarse. That means my hair can withstand some certain styles that a person with fine strands will not be able. So once you understand those aspects, you're going to want to have a goal, of course, and what you need to focus more on would actually be having healthy hair other than the length. Do not focus so much on the length, because your hair is like a baby, yeah? A plant actually. The more you water it, the more it grows. So make sure that you keep your hair moisturized, and you make sure that you take care of it like your baby. I remember when I first started out with my natural hair journey, like every single night I wanted to put bantu knots on my hair. I wake up in the morning, I undo them. Like it was a routine. Every single day I used to manipulate my hair, and I actually realized that it's actually, first of all, very tiring. You're causing so much strain on your hair. And have you ever wondered why like people with dreadlocks actually grow their hair so fast than with people who just have like their hair out? It's because they really do not put so much stress on their hair, and that's why it grows. So one thing you need to do is make sure that you avoid so much manipulation on your hair. Do not stress it so much, because that will only cause some tension, and it will actually make your hair not grow. So yeah, do not stress your hair every single time. And I'll actually do a video soon on how to put your hair in protective styling, especially during the night, because that's how people always like, you know, you've made your hair so nicely, your bantu knots are popping, but then you don't want to go to sleep and wake up the next morning and they're dead. So I will actually put up a video on that, so stay tuned for that. Also, another thing with protective styling would be, make sure that, let's say you've braided your hair and then you've put up your hair in a bun. If your neck is actually like in pain, you're literally like having a hard time even keeping your neck up, you're just like, because the bun is too huge, the hair is too heavy, you think your hair is gonna be okay with that? Of course, if your neck is feeling the strain, if you're feeling uncomfortable, your hair is actually suffering as well. So make sure that you avoid such styles like large large braids that are so long, because the longer your braids are, the more heavier they are and the more tension it brings on your hair and it stresses your hairline. So this next one is probably like very obvious. When you go natural, of course you do not want to cause so much heat stress on your hair. Let's say you blow dry your hair like weekly, or you flat iron your hair, or you go in the dryer like every single, like the more stress you put, the more heat stress you put on your hair, the more damage you're causing it. And by the way, we all love our edges, you know, who doesn't love laid edges? But one thing we need to understand also is that too much gel on your hair actually damages your hair, because when you put gel on your hair, you actually, like, there's so much product buildup on it because the gel doesn't go away. It keeps on sticking and sticking and sticking. So the more gel you put on your hair, the more dirty your hair becomes actually. And I'm not saying that you can't use gel. You actually can. I've actually put some little gel on my hair, but make sure that you do not overuse it. Of course, when especially when you have your braids or you want to lay your edges, don't overuse them and just like slather everywhere, like literally like all your hair. So what I'm saying is just use your gel sparingly. Do not overuse it, do not overdo it, because once you overdo stuff, like, it just even becomes so annoying to look at, and it's actually really messy. And it also becomes hard for you to wash your hair because there's so much product buildup. It's so sticky, it's not a good look. I think I'm gonna finish by saying just stick to your own regimen, do some research on really what works best for you, and when it comes to your wash days, do not forget to pre-poo your hair. And it's okay if you wash your hair once a week. Some people wash after 2 weeks, some people after 3 weeks. It really depends on you and how much buildup you have in your hair. So it's only you who knows how to manipulate your own hair. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And also do not forget to drink loads of water, because water also helps in hair growth. It helps to control your hair thinning problems, and it also controls the amount of dandruff you have in your hair. So water is actually a very crucial step in your natural hair regimen. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a few things. I definitely can't wait to share my natural hair journey with you guys. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I will definitely see you guys on my next video. Bye.